Hi, I'm Dr. Elliot Adam from ElliotOracle.com. I'm also the author of Fearless Tarot, How to Give a Positive Reading in Any Situation, which is due out from Llewellyn Books in just 4 weeks. I'm so excited. I'm finally in the home stretch. I know you guys have been hearing me plug this book for the last few months, and I'm just so excited it's almost going to happen. And I want to make an announcement today, too. The book is going to be released on October 7th, or October 8th, actually. But on October 9th, my birthday, I'm going to be doing a live event on IGTV with the tarot lady, Teresa Reed, who actually wrote the foreword for Fearless Tarot. We're going to have wine. We're going to do some impromptu readings for the public. And we're also going to be doing some giveaways. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I hope you put it in your calendars. So it will be Friday evening, October 9th at 7 p.m. Central Time. It is time for this week's Oracle reveal. So earlier today on Instagram, I placed up a photo of 3 different animals. And I asked you to use your intuition and just ask yourself which animal was calling to you, because that animal has a message for you. And the animals were the Wombat, the Bobcat, and the Scarab beetle. So just ask yourself right now, which animal's getting stuck in your head, because that animal has a message for you. For those of you who picked the Wombat, it's not an animal we usually think about very often, but the card says be at home. So today could be just a time to really reclaim your space, to get centered in your home, to clear out the energy, clear out the clutter, and also to just enjoy your space, to really infuse it with your energy. And look around you in your home. Is it reflecting comfort and abundance to you? Or does it need to be cleared out? That Wombat can help you with that. The first card for Wombat is where it's best for them to place their focus this next week, and we get the Empress card. Whenever the Empress comes up, she assuages all of your fears. She's one of the most reassuring cards in the tarot. She's extremely nurturing, and she represents that great goddess archetype. The Empress whispers to you that everything is growing in its appropriate time. It's going to blossom whether you're worried about the tree blooming or not. What you need to do is sit back and sometimes just let go. Let the universe take care of it. And also just let that gentle nature and growth take its course at this time. Sometimes we feel like we have to improve or fix something so much, or we have to be in control. But the Empress just silently reassures you that it's all taken care of, and that there is plenty for you, and that abundance is blooming in your life. The second card is advice from your inner wisdom if you pick the Wombat, and we get the Knight of Cups. Again, this just very loving energy around Wombat. This is a time to just cocoon yourself in your home, nurture yourself, take care of yourself, and also go toward what you love. Both of these cards are archetypes for love. The Empress has that shield with the symbol of Venus emblazoned on it, and the Knight of Cups is called the messenger of love. This could just be a message from the universe that you're loved, that you matter, and that everything that you're worrying about is actually going to seem small if you just let love be the answer. So for Wombat this next week, if you're stressed, if you're worried, just turn to love. It's going to totally help change your consciousness, and it's going to give you the exact medicine you need to overcome the challenge this next week. And then finally, we have that mythic archetype that's going to be helping the Wombat people, and we get Hebe. She's the goddess of youth. And the card says play. And so whenever we're looking at Hebe, she could just indicate that it's time to allow yourself to be young at heart again, to relieve yourself of worry. Again, all these cards are saying, if it doesn't feel good, why are you spending so much time on it? It's time to now shift your focus back to whatever makes your spirit sing. Read those inspiring books, or do those projects that really just infuse you with a sense of purpose and excitement. So that is Wombat for this week. Next, we have the Bobcat, and it says life is a mystery. And bobcats are also like lynxes. So they are creatures of mystery. They kind of have all the answers. And they're really associated with divination and also intuitive work. So if you're attracted to the Bobcat, it could indicate that it's time to give yourself a reading, or it's time to really kind of get quiet and delve into the mysteries of your own consciousness and find those answers that are hidden within. First card for Bobcat is where it's best to place your focus this next week, and we get the Knight of Swords. It just says that this is going to be a busy time for Bobcat. There's a lot of things to see to, and we see that Knight of Swords racing ahead on his horse at full speed. Sometimes he comes up when we're being too intense. We're so focused on what we want to accomplish and the energy that's spread before us that we're kind of single-minded. We're just driving toward it. And that Knight of Swords, the Knight represents that cruel taskmaster in your mind, which is like, go, 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 do more. But the horse is a symbol for your physical body. And the knight should be a little kinder to the horse. It's kind of like he's thrashing it and telling it to go faster. So this card can sometimes come up when it's time to be nicer to your physical body, to let up on it right now. We're often told that you have to constantly be self-improving. You have to constantly strive or struggle. And that something's not right if you're not feeling that tension. And that Knight of Swords could just say, it's time to give it a rest. It's time to slow down, calm down, stop and smell the roses, and also look around you at this time and see what you might be missing. If you're so focused on one thing, it might be robbing energy from some other aspects of your life that also need attention. Advice from your inner wisdom. Wow, the Knight of Swords' brother, the Page of Swords, is coming up. Again, the Page of Swords is kind of on guard. He's got that sword upraised. He's a little defensive. And if he were to lower his defenses, he could actually find his breakthrough. Both of these cards are saying if you're really intense, if you're really focused, if you're feeling stressed or struggling or straining, it might be time to stop, to breathe, to let that element of air in, to clear things out, and also get centered in your heart at this time. The Page of Swords is going to have a huge breakthrough if he just allows things in instead of keeping those unnecessary defenses up. And also, both of these cards can indicate that you have to watch your words this week. You have to watch out how you're communicating. If you are interacting with people and you're leaving the situation and it feels more positive, good for you. But if you are leaving your interactions and the air feels thick or there's just some sort of toxicity in there, again, kind of change the energy, start to speak the more affirming words. And then finally, we have that mythic archetype that's going to be helping the people that picked the lynx or the bobcat, and we got Hemera. She's the goddess of day. She's also the goddess of rebirth, and she just reminds you that every day starts anew. So if you've been stressed out or struggling or really, trying to get something intensely done, or even if you've said something you shouldn't have said or acted in a way that wasn't your best self, Hemera just says, you know what, start again. You know what? Big deal. You can always begin anew, and today is the first day of the rest of your life if you choose it to be. And then finally, we have the people who picked the Scarab beetle. And the Scarab in ancient Egypt was associated with Khepera, that god of rebirth and renewal. He's associated with the sun. It says magic works through you. And again, that theme of rebirth and renewal is really important with the Scarab. So this could be a time to begin anew. First card is where it's best to place your focus this next week. And we got the Hangman card, which indicates that there's going to be a time this next week where you're really taking an inventory of what you're carrying with you on your path, and you're letting go of the burdensome things. You may also be making some sacrifices this next week, clearing out the energy and allowing the new to enter. The Hangman is a card of rewards, but after enduring some discomfort. In fact, he is sacrificing the use of his legs right now to hang upside down, symbolizing him getting a different perspective on the situation and not being in a hurry to get somewhere else. So this Hangman could just indicate it's time to stop, it's time to recalibrate, look at the situation from a different perspective, and you will get the answer you're looking for. Advice from your inner wisdom is the Two of Wands, which is a card of ambition. And again, it's saying if you want something that lasts, you have to invest the energy in it and expect it to be something that you're focused on for the long haul. So that Two of Wands is really saying it is time to strive. It is time to put your focus on something you're trying to manifest, but also don't expect those results right away. That Hangman and that Two of Wands indicates that this might be something that is a long-term project, something that you have to cultivate over time. And if you're making the necessary sacrifices right now, you are not going to regret it. Again, that Hangman card always indicates a reward for the sacrifices that you make. And finally, the mythic archetype that's going to be helping all of you is Themis. She's the goddess of divine order. And in fact, her card says natural order, but Themis was considered the goddess of justice and law and the rightness of things, the balance of the cosmos. And so this could be a card that's really saying it's time to look at the things expansively. It's time to really look at your situation from afar, and also to be dispassionate, to not get too hot or too cold towards what you're trying to accomplish, but instead to just find that middle ground. And that is this week's Oracle. I do hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, you can always check me out at elliotoracle.com. Otherwise, I hope you all have a wonderful week. And I hope to see you on my birthday, October 9th, for the release of Fearless Tarot with the Tarot Lady, Teresa Reed. Take care, everybody.